This video is about reusing the factory gauge harness once you strip out the old ECM wires for the original computer. They'll be pretty much in the same harness, but they'll be coming out of the driver's side bulkhead instead of the passenger side bulkhead. Now your water temperature, your oil pressure, and your amps and fuel all come out of here. So your fuel is going to be in this harness running back to the tail lights. Your fuel gauge is going to be in there too. And you're going to have separate fuel pump wires, which you may be able to see down there. It's a separate harness. Now I use the ProFlow 4, so I use the connector from here to that runs to the tank, and I connected the ProFlow 4 fuel pump wires right here with the factory plug, so that I could plug in and go right to the ProFlow 4. Now those wires will run through the factory loop. You'll have to strip them out if you're not using the factory loop or harness, and then run them over to here, and then it's going to run down there to your oil pressure sensor. Now you're going to have 3 wires on, at least on this truck, the 93 Chevy. There was 3 wires. One went to a relay up behind here. Now you don't need that relay. Well, I didn't need that relay anymore. And I think what it does is there's 3 wires coming out of there. You only need one of the wires for the gauges. 2 of the wires are the one coming from the relay and one's a ground. And I think it doesn't let the fuel pump run till you get oil pressure. If I remember right, it's been a couple years since I looked that up. So I took those wires off of that switch, and I'm only using one to run the gauge, the fuel oil pressure gauge, and then the other temperature gauge runs across here, and it used to hook to the back of the manifold, but now it comes down this harness and it's in here. The heads I'm running don't have a provision to put the water temperature gauge in, so I ran it here. This water temperature gauge is solely for the ignition system in ProFlow 4. So that's the way you run that gauge. And then the amp gauge just hooks into the harness of the truck, probably comes out of the driver's convenience center, and just picks up if there's current flowing in the truck. So you don't have to worry about that one so much. It'll probably just work if you strip all the shit out that I stripped out. So that's how I wired up the gauges, and they were in the harness. Those wires, if I remember right, were in the harness with all the old throttle body injection stuff that came on this truck. And it's not throttle body injected anymore, so I didn't need them. Alright, thanks for watching.